Tonight on KGW News, mourning the man behind the voice that guided our weekly getaways across the Northwest.
While Oregon impresses us with its size and diversity and natural beauty, I cherish the nooks and crannies the most.
Tonight, KGW remembers Grant McComy. Plus,
pulling up to the scene was really scary.
The road ahead for a local favorite nearly destroyed in a fire.
Then, why some Clark County home prices now have buyers feeling the pinch.
Shouldn't have to pay that much for a place to live.
And the new plan in the works that has the feds once again setting their sights on Portland.
My message really to any landlord who would entertain it would be don't.
Then later, less than 2 weeks out from first pitch, a look at the brand new home of the Hillsboro Hops.
It's going to be a completely new experience.
Good evening, everyone. We begin with some difficult news about a member of the KGW team who you may know best as the iconic host and voice behind Grant's Getaways. Thank you for joining us. I'm Christine Pitawanen.
And I'm David Mokel. We're talking about longtime reporter, author, and teacher Grant McComy, who died last night at the age of 73 at home with his family by his side.
Our Laurel Porter takes a look back at his decades-long career that left a deep impression on all of us.
The Columbia River Gorge is a place where views are never twice the same.
Grant McComy was a consummate storyteller.
Look at the scenery. Best part of the entire trip. And I've got a mile-wide smile to prove it. It's gorgeous. The Wallowa Mountains.
He loved nothing more than to share the wonders of the Pacific Northwest.
There's nothing better than a stroll in the woods, especially when there's treasure underfoot.
Like that guy right there, he's sitting there.
Hey, Marty! How are you?
Its people, traditions,
Been waiting for this for a long time.
Smoked razor clams.
food.
Yes, I am in seafood heaven. Oh! Oh! The Oregon coast is spectacular
The
anytime.
great outdoors
But in late summer, when the sun goes down and
with all of
conditions are
us.
just right, there's something magical and marvelous.
Couldn't have asked for better conditions tonight.
Oh, yes. I got it.
That's awesome.
With its canyon walls rising for
In his 44 years of reporting on television, there wasn't a river, a town,
That's where they should be, right there. There he is. Yeah, there he is.
trout stream, or crossroads anywhere in the state of Oregon that he didn't visit.
When you travel through Hell's Canyon, be prepared to get more than your feet wet.
Forecast was 100% showers today.
Along the way, always finding the human connection.
So there's really no such thing as bad weather, just inappropriate clothing.
I love that.
And community.
There he goes. There's a fish.
Paddling on Beaver Creek is one of the most peaceful and one of the closest times that you can get in tune with nature.
If you've ever seen one of his stories, read one of his books,
Think you're a million miles away.
wow, or heard him lecture,
As you point that travel compass in any direction, you're going to see something different.
you would know that he cherished the time he got to spend wandering the state.
It's a byway that rambles with views to cascading streams.
His love of the forests, open skies, wildlife, the ocean, cafes, and neighborhood seafood boils all showed in his joy-filled smile and open-hearted laugh.
This is always the toughest part of my job. Not.
Every time I ask Steve for a new and unique recipe, he surprises me at every turn. It is delicious.
In the southern Willamette Valley, just minutes from Eugene, it's easy to find.
He stood in awe of the extraordinary beauty of the Northwest and found fast friendship with the people who he shared it with.
How's it feel?
It feels really big. Really big.
Grant was on TV and in his writing exactly as he was in person, friendly, curious about the world, and always, always so enthusiastic.
Oh, baby.
He drew that enthusiasm out in others, too.
You gotta love Oregon.
You could see that on the faces of everyone he shared time with.
Big fish on the big sea. Check it out.
big, wide grins and happy smiles.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it is good.
It's got a spice to it.
In 2021, Grant was recognized for a lifetime of achievement by the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, with an induction into the Silver Circle, an honor he added to his many other Emmys, as well as a host of other awards.
The Forest Service has just completed the groundwork for their
His
new
reward,
Salmon
though,
River and
was
Cook
always
Trail.
just the chance to tell another story. He considered himself a storyteller, a writer, but would often say, as a reporter, he had the best assignment anyone could ever ask for.
I'm ready. Ready to ride.
Grant McComy, we will miss you. Thank you for sharing your stories with us.
And we will miss him. We certainly will. Laurel Porter there. Grant just showcasing the best of what our region has to offer. I got to say, at a time when, let's face it, the news can often be negative, he provided this counterpoint, right? One that reminded all of us, if we just stop to look, to take a deep breath, there's always beauty all around us.
Absolutely. Enjoy the beauty, enjoy the food, enjoy Oregon, the Pacific Northwest. He embodied what it means to be a true Pacific Northwest.
44 years of stories, right?
Oh my goodness. And tonight we'll hear from Grant's friends in a special edition of KGW News at 8, so stay tuned. Okay, now to other news this evening. Now to a developing story in Southeast Portland, where one of Portland's long-standing restaurants nearly burned to the ground.
Let's get right to John Adams live outside Tom's Restaurant and Bar along Southeast Division. And John, thankfully, it sounds like it is not a total loss.
David and Christine, that's exactly right. Ownership tells me the fire started in the kitchen of the restaurant area and quickly spread to the roof. But they say after decades in the neighborhood, they're not going anywhere, despite the setback. Tom's Restaurant and Bar has been a fixture on Southeast Division since 1975.
It means a lot to our family. We've been in this neighborhood for 51 years.
But on Wednesday night, the fate of this beloved establishment was in question when a fire broke out in the kitchen. Third-generation owner Nick Papaliu received a call that the restaurant side of the building was on fire around 11 p.m.
Driving down here was pretty stressful. Pulling up to the scene was really scary.
The fire reached the roof of the restaurant before fire crews were able to put it out. Papaliu says the family is now assessing the damage.
We've never been through something like this before. I don't know how long this is going to take. We are really thankful the bar will remain open, normal business hours.
And it was outside the bar where we met longtime patrons who came to show support less than 12 hours after the fire.
Luckily, it's still here, and we're here, and we're going to support it as much as we can.
While others remembered their encounters with the restaurant's founder and namesake, Tom Balasiu, who passed away last year.
Well, I've been coming here all my life. Every single time I had Tom, before he passed, he was always up in that kitchen. Every single time you would see him, he would remember your order. He would remember you. He'd remember how you like something cooked.
Words of encouragement even being sent by Senator Ron Wyden Thursday morning, wishing for a speedy recovery. A recovery that Papaliu says the family is dead set on making.
And it's important to our family that we continue that legacy for him and we stay in this Richmond neighborhood and get back running, be operational as quickly as possible.
And Papaliu tells me thankfully nobody was hurt in the fire, but it's going to be a number of weeks, they estimate, before the restaurant opens back up. But again, the bar was not damaged in that fire and remains open. Back to you.
Good to see he has so much support behind him. John Adams reporting from Southeast. Thank you, John.
Well, speaking of fires in your headlines, the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office is investigating what caused a fatal house fire in Estacada. Crews arriving after 6 to the home on Divers Road last night to find it fully engulfed and the roof partially collapsed. They say the rural location and the long driveway made it particularly difficult for emergency vehicles. One person in the home's sole resident, authorities say, was found dead inside. Investigators are now trying to figure out how the fire sparked and the person's cause of death.
In an update, the Gresham gymnastics coach accused of sexually abusing students will remain in custody until he can pay bail. 56-year-old Eric Stinson was back in court today facing 5 charges, including first-degree sex abuse and sodomy. Court documents list 2 victims under the age of 14 and allege the incidents happened from 2012 to 2016. Stinson is listed as the director of gymnastics at the Northwest Gymnastics Training Center in Gresham. We spoke with a former student athlete who did not train with Stinson but attended today's hearing.
Like we said in the court, he had authority over people and he took advantage of that, and who's to say that that's not going to happen again out in society.
Stinson's bail is set at $200,000.
New this evening, a report by independent auditors found significant improvements at facilities run by the Oregon Youth Authority, or OYA. This follows several lawsuits that accuse the agency, which deals with incarcerated juveniles, of turning a blind eye to decades of alleged staff misconduct and sexual abuse by a former staff physician. The report found the agency, quote, sustained compliance of zero tolerance sexual abuse and sexual harassment policies after an audit of 3 facilities last year. Those are the Oak Creek Youth Correctional Facility, McLaren Correctional Facility, and Jackie Winters Transition Program. Now, Oak Creek and Jackie Winters met all 43 of the standards required. The only one that McLaren did not meet was staffing ratios on some of its shifts.
And new tonight, Multnomah County health officials have identified a second case of the measles tied to a Gresham Winco. They say the case in a partially vaccinated person was exposed at the store on March 7th, and that the individual and their family are cooperating with public health officials. At this point, the health department believes there is little risk to the public, but officials want anyone who may have been at the store that day, that would have been March 7th, between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m., to contact your doctor if you believe you were exposed.